So more and more clients are, including the CHU de Liège, are joining Digit89 to allow you as a supplier to benefit from the platform. So how does it work? The specificity of our solution of the platform is that we work together with your clients to make sure that we can offer you all-in-one solution, I will say. So we are connected to the accounting system of your clients. So all your invoices are visible on the platform. All you have to do to access it is to create your access, to activate your access in order to enter your supplier interface. So first of all, it's really important to note that your invoicing process with your clients and with the CHU de Liège here is not changing. It remains the same. You send the invoices the same way that you do today. It will, once the clients receive it, it will be visible on the platform. So I was speaking about the fact that you have to activate your supplier interface. How do you do that? Well, it's very simple. You have to go on the Digit89 website, so digit89.com, and you click on activate your account if it's not done yet. And here you have a form, classical form with the information about the main user of the platform, the details of the company, and something that is quite important, the fact if you're a legal representative of the company or not. So it's important to fill it in properly because we have to make sure that we are giving access to the right person. If it's not filled in yet, what I suggest is that you do it maybe right now in live, or you can write in the chat that you would like me to take contact with you after the webinar so that we can do it together, and I will be glad to help you to do it. If you already filled in the form, you can see here that you have the login button, access your user interface, and here you have the login and the password that you created right before. Once you have the access to your interface, so this is the view of the interface. So the interface is specifically for your firm, and you will first have the view on the clients that are active in the platform. So here, in that case, we have CHR Hauts-de-Seine, CHU de Liège, Clinique Saint-Luc-Bouge, and CHU Tivoli. You'll have a view on all your outstanding invoices. So here I click on the upper button on invoices, and you'll find all the open invoices that have been received and encoded by your customers. So it's very useful because you have all details of your invoices, and you can basically see what is happening in real time in the accounting system of your client. You can export those information and details by clicking here. You will have an Excel file that will be exported, that will be created. And it's always interesting to make a comparison of what is going on in the accounting system of your clients and your accounting system to make sure that everything is matching properly. So I'm going back on the all your outstanding invoices, sorry. So here we can see that there are 59 outstanding invoices for a total of more than $247,000 euros, sorry. And you'll be able in the dashboard to follow what is going on with your invoices on the client side. So you can follow the invoice approval status. In that case, you can see that you have 47 invoices that are already approved, 11 invoices that are waiting for approval, and 1 that is blocked. Let's take the example that I want to see what invoices are in the waiting for approval status. You click here on more info, and you will have a view on the details of the invoices that are waiting for approval. It can be useful because, for example, here in that example, you can see that there are 3 invoices that are close to the due date. So it's supposed to be paid in 5, 8, and 7 days. If it's not approved yet, it's very likely that there will be a delay in the payment. So it means that you should take action with the client to see if it can be approved as fast as possible. So same for the blocked invoices. Let's assume that here you have there is a problem with one of the invoices. You click on it to see what invoice we're talking about, and it will enable you to take action with your client and communicate immediately and ask what is going on with the invoice, and what you can make to unlock it. So I'm going here on the second part, the eligible invoices for Digit89. I'm clicking on it here, and you can see that there are 47 eligible invoices. Why 47 out of 59? Well, the eligible invoices are the invoices that are approved by your clients and for which that are not yet overdue. So we cannot basically Digit89 cannot pay in advance, make immediate payments for invoices that are not yet approved by your clients, and for invoices for which the due date is already passed. So I'll take the example here of the first invoice. So the first invoice of 795 euro, it's supposed to be paid in 29 days. Well, you can see that you can receive the immediate payment of that invoice within 2 days in exchange of 10 euros and 14 cents, which represents 1.28% of a transaction fee. So you always have a summary here on the right before clicking on the next step, before let's say confirming your transaction. I will take the example here where I create a basket. I will select a few invoices. Let's say here, for example, I select 5 invoices. I create a basket, and you have here the summary of my selection. So more than 55,000 euro that I can receive, for which I can receive the immediate payment within 2 days in exchange of 405 euros. So it represents 0.773% of the total amount of the basket. So to request immediate payment from Digit89, there is no obligation to use it. It's whenever you want and if you need it. There are no fixed fees associated with this service. So the only fee, the only cost will be the service fee mentioned next to each invoice that you can see here, and it will be applied only on to the invoices that you have selected for immediate payment. So let's say that it's you have the total control of the cost, and it's always very clearly indicated. The service fee depends only on one thing. It depends on the time remaining before the due date of your invoice. So I will take an example here. If you request, for example, immediate payment for an invoice that is supposed to be paid in 60 days, you will pay a transaction fee of 1.71%. If you ask for an immediate payment for an invoice that is supposed to be paid in 10 days, it will be 0.72% of the invoice. So to save time, we give you the option to select all invoices in one click here. So again, you will have the summary of the total invoice, the total basket here. And you have two other options also. So we give you the option to select the invoices that are very close to the due date, so less than 14 days. So the goal for that will be to ensure to have the guarantee that you receive the payment in the at the moment that you decide. So it will enable you to make sure that you won't have any costs for to go after all the invoices that are not yet paid, that are paid with a overdue time. And the second action the second option that you have here is to click on all the invoices with a longer due date, so more than 14 days. The goal here is to optimize your cash flow as much as possible. So you select the invoices with a distant due date to receive payment for your invoices as soon as possible, and thus optimize your cash flow to the maximum. So there are let's say that there are a lot of functionalities here on the interface. I went through the general ones, maybe the most important ones, but what I suggested that you discover it yourself, and maybe if you want to go deeper into that, we can also take some time together and organize a meeting to go closely into your interface. So maybe to summarize a bit, so the main points here, I would say that the two main points and the two main advantages with the Digit89 platform is that you have a view into you can access in real time all the information regarding the what is going on with your outstanding invoices. So it reduces your workload on a everyday basis, because you don't have to email your clients, to call them anymore, to see what is going on, if they received well your invoices, if it's approved, if it is paid or will be paid. So all the status and everything is visible in the platform, and thus you can improve your cash flow management. And then the second part is that you can ask for immediate payment of the selected invoices of your choice in exchange of a small discount fee. So you have an affordable solution for liquidity in a very transparent and flexible way. Like I said, so you are selecting and deciding for which invoices you would like to have an immediate payment. You eliminate the risk of late payments, and you are freed from the burden of payment collection, which can be very expensive.